Hello, and welcome to another PBA Coffee Break. I'm Sophie Caesar, and joining me today is Branden Haynes, CEO of Hawkmoon Resources. Welcome, Branden.
Welcome. Thank you. Glad to be here.
It's been a very exciting couple of weeks for you. Last Monday, you began trading on the CSE under the symbol HM. And just today, you announced the option to acquire 100% of the Wilson Gold Project in Quebec's Abitibi region. Before we get into that great project, would you mind telling our viewers a little bit about Hawkmoon and your properties?
Sure. So the new property is also in Quebec, but our listing property is the Romeo. And the Romeo Project is surrounded on three sides by Osisko Mining, OSK, and their claims. Recent PEA has come out positive for Osisko, showing that they would like to progress towards operational production. That's got us excited for Romeo is the fact that we are less than 12 kilometers away from Windfall proper, and their property joins with ours on borders. So the idea is that possibly an infrastructure purchase of Romeo could be in the works down the future. Previous work on Romeo has got us excited with 6 shear zones, number 6 being the highest mineralization, and the one that we're going to trench this coming summer. The bank fault that Tom's been able to explore with previous Osisko data looks to be the same one that comes from Windfall into our property. There's a bit of a curvature to it. So very promising blue sky stuff. This property has certainly got us excited about the potential type of geology or mineralization that Windfall would exhibit.
Excellent. So you will be doing work on Romeo this summer as well.
That's correct. Yeah, it's only 50 miles away from our new project, Wilson. So we can do the Wilson project to start, hopefully in June sometime. And then in July, we'll start on Romeo. As of today, our geologist, Thomas Clark, has started applying for drill permits, and he's assembling a use of proceeds and creating a map, giving the investors a chance to take a look at where the drill holes will most likely take place.
Great. So you did mention that you're going to start doing some work on the Wilson project. So can you please break down the agreement that you have with Cartier Resources that you announced today regarding the Wilson?
Yes. Philip Cloutier is not only well-respected CEO in Quebec, but he's fantastic to deal with. Both Tom and I were really comfortable with the process. The terms are fair for what the property is. So it's a 5-year option with 100% ownership, minus the 2.5% NSR. That's a separate. 1 million in cash over 5 years and 5 million in shares. We're going to do between 25 to 30,000 meters in drilling.
Okay. And is there, you mentioned an NSR, is there a buyback on that NSR?
Yes, each percent is $1 million. So effectively, if it was to go into production as an economic deposit, that would be discussed.
Okay, excellent. And so, you have both these projects in Quebec. You are from Vancouver, and Vancouver is, also known for its fantastic mining. So why did you choose Quebec?
Well, we chose Quebec because Canada's biggest mine, for instance, is in Quebec, the Malartic, and Val d'Or is not too far away from we are. Quebec is a very mining-friendly jurisdiction. The proximity to deposits is plentiful. They have one of the fastest turnaround times on drill permits, usually averaging 2 to 6 weeks. If I can show an example, in BC, you're waiting sometimes between 4 to 12 months,
Yeah.
which
I haven't
can
even
really, really slow down a process and make investors bored while you're waiting for these permits. So Quebec is a very mining friendly jurisdiction. On the tax side, you can get 30% plus back on money spent in exploration costs with hard dollars. So for instance, if this work program we're doing this year is on Wilson is say $1 million, we're looking at 300,000 and some change back, which is ideal.
Yeah.
You also have obviously flow through investing as well for tax incentives for investors. So by and large, Quebec is what I feel the best jurisdiction in Canada for it. There's 6 funds that are there, and they're supportive of junior mining. We're looking to try to ingratiate ourselves to the Quebec groups and the province in general. Yeah.
Great. So what are some upcoming milestones? So you did mention that you're going to be doing work on both projects. So I'm guessing investors are going to be able to look forward to that coming out. But maybe, if you could talk about the next, exactly now to the next 6 months, what's the news flow going to look like?
Okay. Yeah. We're averaging 2 news releases a month, sometimes 3, depending. So over the next 6 months, you're going to see an announcement of drilling and drilling permits applied for and a breakdown of what that would look like. There'll be an announcement regarding us having a Frankfurt listing. There'll be an announcement to a work program on Romeo. There'll be an announcement to us applying to get an OTCQB listing.
Wow.
Now, I don't know if everybody knows this, but I found out from talking to OTC and through another channel that there's some changes to venture and CSE companies being able to get OTC listings, particularly QBQX, as of September.
And what are those changes? Is it going to be
From
easy?
my understanding, and don't quote me, I'm not exactly 100% accurate, but what I was told by someone at the OTC is that in September, they're only going to accept going forward Toronto Stock Exchange companies, not venture or CSE.
Okay.
So if you're grandfathered in before that, you're okay.
Oh,
so
excellent.
that kind of bumps up our timeline to want to get an American listing.
Yes, that's understandable. Yeah, great plan there. Yeah.
Thank you. So that'll be the next news release. After that, we'll obviously be waiting for results from the labs. And then finally, I can hint that we do have something in the works possibly for a 3rd property in Quebec.
Wow, that's very exciting.
Yes, but that's far off towards possibly the end of summer. So what I have intended is to have a busy summer of June, July, and August, all spent in Quebec working on projects, effectively moving the company forward. So it's going to be exciting, and I'm really excited to meet locals, Quebec people, and just anybody in that industry over there. Now I'll share with you this, Sophie. Tomorrow, Tom and I are having a nice discussion via Zoom with the mayor of Lebel sur Quévillon, which Phil has put together.
Phenomenal.
Yes. So we're going to be meeting the local townspeople at Lebel with the mayor. We're going to have a chat about getting a rental house and a warehouse for our operations. That way we can cut costs by not having to ship core all the way to Val d'Or. We can do it there in the town. We'll be supporting local businesses, and having a house rental means drillers don't have to camp. They can come home, have a shower, and get a hot meal. They have a beautiful golf course there at Lebel sur Quévillon, and I would like to perhaps be one of the sponsors as Hawkmoon towards maybe a golf tournament or other types of endeavors that they have there in their town as a thank you for hosting us.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's phenomenal. It's great to hear that you're taking, the stakeholders of in the area, you're involving them in the process and getting their buy-in. That's good news for shareholders as well.
Yep. Thank you.
So, Branden, we're very, very happy to have you on, and we look
Mhm.
forward to, following the story as we always do, and for some more news. So please be sure to come back and join us and give us an update as soon as you can.
I will. If I can see you again when we've announced the drilling and its plans, let's talk then.
Okay,
Thank you.
perfect. Thank you.
Take care.